rather, with this story, where Nigeria and other West African countries battling terrorism will now receive support from a standby force to be formed by the Economic Community of West African States, that's ECOWAS. Now, the regional economic bloc expressed worries about the deepening terrorism in the Sahel region and unveiled its plans to raise $2.4 billion for the establishment of the standby force. According to the ECOWAS Commissioner in charge of political affairs, peace and security, Ambassador Abdel-Fatau Musah, he said there are many terror attacks happening and having a standby force will help to douse any situation that arises quickly. Interesting. I saw that some persons, this is coming on the heels of Nigerians saying that they do not want any foreign country establishing their military base in Nigeria. And so there were those who are saying perhaps this is a backdoor arena for that to be established. But ECOWAS is coming out to say that because of the ravaging insecurity situation across countries like Nigeria, Ghana, Togo, and some other countries, that it was imperative to set up this standby force to addressing it, saying that it's like individual countries cannot really tackle this thing, so it's better to come together, raise about $2.4 billion for the establishment of the standby force so that they can attack matters of insecurity, terrorism head on.
It's been a long time coming. I will say that it's not too late in the day that, because it's part of the reasons why there is, ECOWAS in the first place, not just the economic community, but also looking at the security situation in the ECOWAS region, because the essence of ECOWAS in terms of security is just to play that vital role in fostering peace, stability, political stability, promoting regional integration and development within the West African region. So if we are having insecurity in Nigeria, we're having insurgency in Mali, Burkina Faso, we're having ousting of government, that's political instability. ECOWAS has to see to the stability of all of the member states. So it's a good one, although just the way you started, that it may be like a backdoor arrangement of the US, which denied planning to establish military base in Nigeria or in neighboring states. But all the same, it's what we want to see is for ECOWAS too, because we've been saying ECOWAS is there. We saw the sanctions they gave to Mali, Burkina Faso, etc., and then it was like it didn't hold water because we tried to debate whether it was effective or not. So in all of this, what we want to see is a peaceful region, peaceful member states where Boko Haram had been decimated to a very large extent, but we still have issue of mandatory farmer headers crises. Yes, we still have kidnapping, etc., etc. So let them come together and ensure that we have a peaceful region, as against we don't even know what we are getting from the African Union. But let ECOWAS be strong.
Well, for economy to thrive, there has to be some stability, security-wise. And so, like you rightly pointed out, it's a good place to perhaps begin, because we've been talking about the intra-Africa trade and all of that. And so if we haven't taken off, maybe because of the security situation across these countries, because you're supposed to travel and trade across border lines. So if you ensure the stability of the borderlines and even internally for each country, then each country within the West Africa bloc will definitely thrive as it is.
But we don't know whether we don't know how this is going to go, because Mali was not even at the meeting, probably due to the fact that...
Well, they've started the conversation, so I believe that as we get along, we'll get to understand how other countries will come in and buy into the whole idea in the first place. Yes, they are looking at establishing their own security system as it is, but the conversation should still be ongoing. It has not broken down totally yet. So we can still say that perhaps they might have a rethink and be part of this conversation at the end of the day. Anyway, let's quickly bring you some news update at this time. The Federal